Well, hey there to all my patrons and the people who could wait a year. You waited a whole year. Good for you, you cheapskate. So this is going to be the Incorporate 25 video game titles episode of Fix My Car Cast. I have to sneak the titles of 25 video games in, completely improvised somehow. Can I do it? Yeah, I haven't failed one of these challenges yet. I will say though, this is the one that I do not know the best. I am not that big of a gamer. I've only played a handful, and the two that I play most often, I don't even play them right. So anyway, let me get a thumbnail. I'm playing a video game. Look at me, I'm playing a video game. That's what playing a video game is like. Right? Anyway, let me think of an opening line. Don't forget to save game! And then this is where the theme song goes. Yeah, this is the waveform for... Alright. I'm using a calculator app to count the video games, and the battery is dying rapidly, and I don't know why. That's going to be a problem. But don't you worry, we'll sort this out. You're listening to Fix My Car Cast, hosted by Bear Claw Billy, and this is episode 143. Comedian and musician Keith Hebert will pick up the second controller in just a bit. But first... housekeeping. This is the show where you pick what I say and how I say it. Pick a topic or prompt by donating to the GoFundMe, and vote on the gimmick by joining my Patreon for just $1 a month. Join at the $5 or higher level and also get bonus episodes and behind-the-scenes footage. Links are in the description. Also down there, merch. Get yourself some merch. Don't you want to level up in the fashion world? Well, get the Fix My Car Cast logo on your chest and everyone will say, now there's a winner, and winners don't do drugs. Is that a video game reference? How am I doing? No new donors this week. The total raised for paying off my car repair debt is still holding at $2,322. Also, when we get to $3,000, it unlocks an automatic show gimmick, which is, I will record an episode at sea. Fun fact, did you know that this whole podcast disappears when we hit $10,000? Game over! Burp, 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 burp. Is that the sound it makes when the Italian dies? Hey, do you like the theme song? No? Well, if you make a donation of $50 or more, in addition to picking an episode topic, you get to change one thing about the theme song forever. Unless somebody else changes it back. Want me to make an 8-bit version of the theme song? I'll do it. $50. Disclaimer, I don't know if 8-bit is a technical term, so don't come for me if it'll be bleepy and bloopy like a video game. You know, a video game. Also, if you would like to own the painting I made in episode 118, I'll be giving it away to the next person who donates $100 or more. That's right, own a piece of Fix My Car Cast history while you still can. If you'd like to see the painting before you buy it, it can be viewed in the raw video version of episode 118 over on Patreon. Link in the description. And yes, the painting is in the room. No new patrons this week, bummer. Now it's time for a topic suggestion. I'll suggest topics I think I could easily talk about for a whole episode, though admittedly I think the show is more fun when it's something I'm completely clueless about. So, something I could talk about is International Horse of Peanuts. Want to know more? Donate today! Checking in on the best city in the world based on which city listened to the last episode the most, and we've got us another singles night tie. Ties are broken by whichever city listened to the most episodes, and our big winner is Westbrook, Maine. Congratulations, Westbrook, Maine. Let it be known that your Kinkakuji Temple, Nijo Castle, and Nishiki Market are the best in the world for 7 days. Last episode, I talked about Monte Carlo while doing it like a D&D game. You can see video of all the raw footage, plus a little extra, over on Patreon. Disclaimer, the music from the episode will not be in the raw version. Side note, would you like me to put out the music from the episode as a special feature? Yeah, I composed an original score for the episode. I'm just that talented. Anyway, if you want to hear it, let me know. I'll pop that up on the Patreon. If you don't, I ain't wasting my fucking time. All right. So, also head over to Patreon for a bonus episode where I talk about some Peacock shows. Yeah, I never hear Peacock mentioned as a big streamer, but like I keep watching stuff on Peacock and I keep thinking it's great. So go listen to that. I'll tell you about the good shows on Peacock. Okay, let's talk next week's gimmick poll. These are your choices for next week's episode gimmick. They are: do it like a Scream phone call, invite a demon to possess me, wear a Halloween bucket on my head, and our returning gimmick, do it like a film noir detective. Let's review. Number 1, do it like a Scream phone call. Now, disclaimer, I'm not going to wear a ghost face mask. I'm going to do the voice that is heard in the Scream movies, to give you a tiny little taste. Hello, Sydney. Number 2, invite a demon to possess me. That's right, nobody wanted me to summon a god last week, so we're batting for the other team. I will invite a demon to possess my body. Number 3, wear a Halloween bucket on my head. 'Tis the season, I got the buckets, I'll put one on my head. Wacky! And our returning gimmick, number 4, do it like a film noir detective. Not Halloween-y enough, you say? Well, that's because it's a returning gimmick. One of my favorite things about the show is that the seasonal returning gimmicks come back out of season, and I just love it. So hopefully some of these Halloween ones get a vote, and then I end up doing them in April or something. Anyway, remember that any gimmick that gets just a single vote is eligible for a second chance in 6 weeks. So even if you're scared it's going to lose, vote anyway. Be sure to vote over on Patreon. The poll closes Thursday, October 3rd at noon Eastern America time. My brain was like, is that a date from Back to the Future? No, that's a date from Mean Girls. Anyway, all right. Time for today's gimmick, which is incorporate 25 video game titles. Of course, gimmicks don't start until housekeeping is out of the way, in case any of them prevent me from sharing vital information. But now, boop boop boop, we are entering boop boop boop, the gimmick zone. From this point on, gimmicks are active and everything is improvised. There's no sponsored topic for today's episode, so I'll take inspiration from a randomized Wikipedia page, which is, and we have to keep clicking until there's one that's real long. This one looks really long. Carter. That's right. Today's episode is about a TV show called Carter. Okay. I feel like maybe I should... Nope. Okay. There's enough here. I was worried it was mostly just an episode listing, but okay, I'm going to learn all about whatever the show Carter is. So that's our topic for today, and as we learn about it, I am going to have to somehow work the titles of 25 video games into this episode, which I'm sure some of you were like, that's not a big challenge, but I'm not much of a gamer, so I don't know a whole heck of a lot. So let's see how this goes. So it looks like Carter is a drama crime comedy created by Gary Campbell. It's a Canadian television crime comedy drama series. Premiered May 15th, 2018 on CTV Drama Channel, formerly Bravo. Stars Jerry O'Connell. Okay, well, I love Jerry O'Connell. Big fan of his from Sliders. Still, I'm not pulling out a single video game title right now. The Canadian star of a hit American... Wait. So it's a show about a show. Okay, this is extremely meta. Gosh, this is all kinds of... This is a real cluster truck of a TV show premise. But let's see what we can learn. Okay, so it's about murder. Okay, so Jerry O'Connell is the Canadian star of a hit American television detective series who returns to his hometown to rethink his life after having a public meltdown on the red carpet at an award show, but finds that his old friends and neighbors can no longer separate him from his television persona and keep asking him to investigate real cases. This seems a lot like Murder, She Wrote. You know, and also, like, you know, how many real cases would there be in the town? You know, like, unless you live in like the middle of a mafia hotspot, that's a video game, right? Yeah, that's a game. Sure. Shit, is that? Son of a bitch. I can't. I'm on my second one and I don't know. Yeah, that's a game, right? It's like GTA, but it's, oh gosh. Oh, no. I'm not counting that. Okay, so he's like a detective. So where's the show set? Is this some LA noir? There it is. I pulled out the title of what I was trying to get to. Unfortunately, I don't recognize anyone else in the cast. Sydney Tamia Poitier, Christian Brun, Brenda Camino. Commissioned by Sony Pictures Television and Bell Media. Distributed outside of Canada by Sony. I can't think of a single Canadian video game, everybody. So here we go. Just sit tight. Okay, maybe this is a bad. Okay, starts right away with Koji the Killer. Okay, it looks like they get into mysteries real fast. How many seasons? It's like 2 seasons. Okay, sorry for the dead air, but I'm like really trying to figure out how I can. Okay, so each one has Harley in the title, because Harley Carter, is that the character's name? Okay, sorry if talking about a TV show I haven't seen is not as exciting. I don't want to suck all the energy out of the room. You know, like Kirby. You know, when Kirby has adventures in Dreamland, that's another thing I have to look out for, is like not knowing what the official titles of the games are. So Koji the Killer, the Astronaut, and the Lion King. Anyway, I don't know if any of these give away plot points. I like a good mystery series. I'll check this out. I'm trying to figure out, like, was this popular? I mean, I've never heard of it, but it could be a hit, man. Hey! Whoops. Sorry, the thing I'm using to count the titles fucked up. Okay, the show is cheeky, sardonic, and emotionally forward, with strong relationships between characters who have a humorous angle and tend to be pretty well developed. Okay. The show received a negative review with Canadian television critic John Doyle of the Globe and Mail, calling the show inelegantly made tomfoolery. Hey, nothing wrong with tomfoolery stuff. He poked fun at other media sources being hung up on the star of the show instead of critiquing the quality of the show itself. Okay, well, joke's on me, I guess, because I also was like, ooh, Jerry O'Connell. So I guess I can't. I'm not that innocent when it comes to that. The show isn't a gag a minute or super edgy or the TV comedy that will beat Veep's Emmy record. It is an easy-to-watch satire with just the right balance of smart jokes for silly situations. Okay, so it's a little goofy. Hey, you know what else has a little goofy? Kingdom Hearts. I'm pretty sure Goofy's in that, right? Okay, well, I should not have done this as a topic because that is everything that's in the fucking article. So now I guess I gotta go off the tracks. Not like a rail shooter, because what is this, House of the Dead? Okay, well, fuck. Well, this is, oh, snap. Oh, Pokemon Snap. What am I gonna do for the rest of this episode? Folks, this is the problem with the stubs. You gotta be sponsoring episodes so I don't get stuck just beefing a Wikipedia page. That's right, when the show is bad, it's your fault. Oh gosh, sorry. I'm just... sometimes I get a topic that doesn't work, but doesn't matter. I'm already recording, so it's on like Super Mario Brothers. Okay, so Harley loses a finger. Yeah, I can't even click on these to get more information, and I don't know a lot of these names, so I'm trying to think what are some Canadian TV shows that I like, because I've completely exhausted all the information in this article, so now I just got to go off on my own. The only Canadian TV series that is coming to mind right now is Slings and Arrows, which I know you might be excited that you get to, use a bow and arrow like in The Legend of Zelda. But no, it is actually about a small town local Shakespeare company trying to put on plays. And it's really funny. It's got one of the guys from The Kids in the Hall. I want to say Mark McKinney, but I'll feel terrible if I'm wrong about that. But yeah, that's a good Canadian comedy series. That is a mouthful. Shit, I already did Kirby. But I might have to tap into the Canadian television market. I'm somewhat of a tapper myself. This looks interesting. Like, I like the detective angle. Okay, some other Canadian TV shows. Well, I just mentioned one, The Kids in the Hall. Love Kids in the Hall. I'm crushing your head, I'm pinching your face. You definitely don't want to get crushed. Damn, this is a terrible topic. But I'm sticking with it. I never go back, just like in a video game. But I don't want to declare any Wikipedia page as contraband. So we're gonna stick with this. Harley Carter, yeah, Jerry O'Connell. I wish I could click through. I could talk about Sliders all damn day. I love Sliders. If you've never seen Sliders, it is the premise is basically it's Quantum Leap, but for alternate universes. That's really all it is. Basically Jerry O'Connell and his pals just slip from alternate universe to alternate universe, and it's always like, there's one where the war went this way, there's one where the stoplights are green, wacky, which, yes, that was in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. If you don't know who Doctor Strange is, he is a character in the game Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Pretty sure he's in that game, and I'm pretty sure that's the title. But just in case it isn't, it might be called Marvel Superheroes Ultimate Alliance, Marvel Avengers Ultimate Alliance, Marvel combination of words Ultimate Alliance, Marvel Comics TM Ultimate Alliance. Fucking count it. Sliders is fun though. That was that on NBC? Yeah, I think so. I guess you can't rip off Quantum Leap if it's your own show. Man, sorry. I am so tongue-tied. Just like Yoshi in Yoshi's Island. That guy. Pretty sure that's what it's called. Yup, Yoshi's Island. Everybody loves it. Other Canadian TV shows. Is Northern Exposure Canadian, or is it just set in Canada? I don't know. That is a show that I have not been properly exposed to. It has not gotten me as a viewer. But I think it would be beautiful, Joe. What the hell is that? Is that a game? Fuck. For some reason, that combination of words is in my head, but I'm not going to hit the button that I got one. But I feel like that's one. Anyway, so Jerry O'Connell is in it. What else is Jerry O'Connell in? I don't know. I was such a Sliders fan that even when Jerry O'Connell is in something terrible, I want it to be good. He was in the movie Tomcats, which I hear is terrible and I've never seen, but maybe someday I'll get around to it. Oh God! There's a video game about a cat and I couldn't tell you what it's called, so I've gone astray. I've gone stray. Just technicality's sake, if anybody gives a shit. Let me tell you what, it's like somebody has stolen my brain. There's a real Grand Theft Auto, but the brain version, Grand Theft Brain, going on in my head right now. Gosh, yeah, okay, Canadian TV shows. Cartoons. I feel like there are some cartoons that we don't know they actually come from Canada. But I'm just completely blanking on them, and I have to tell you 10 more video games, and I don't want to just blast through them like someone who sucks. But yeah, oh boy, Carter. Well, we can talk about President Carter, I guess. Don't know if that'll take me in any helpful directions whatsoever. You know what? I gotta go fast, like Sonic the Hedgehog. Cause I really just, want to get out of here. I feel like I'm just talking like gibberish, like The Sims. Let's see. There is nothing else to mind. There are 20 episodes, 2 seasons. Now, do they call them seasons in Canada? Or do they call them series? That's something that's always funny to me. If I was once listening to, I want to say I think it was an Australian podcast, where they know that we say season, they say series, but also we call a show a series, and it's so funny to hear them trying to correct for how Americans say it. And I remember hearing someone saying like, oh yeah, I really enjoy that season. And then it was like, oh, they meant to say I enjoy that series, but they were trying to like correct for the silly way that Americans do it. Even though I think season makes more sense than series. Fight me on it. I think season makes more sense than series. So those are my hot TV opinions. How hot are they? Oh, they're hot like the lava in Bowser's Castle in Super Mario Brothers 3. I am struggling as always. Hopefully next week's episode is better, where I may get possessed by a demon. Who knows? Maybe Diablo himself will show up and possess me, and then I will be free. But until that point, WGN America. Okay, what's WGN? What's that stand for? The Wheelie Good News Network. External links. Carter at IMDb. I try not to click off of the page, but this is difficult. I'm telling you, folks, from now on when I do random Wikipedia, I need that little sidebar search scrolly drag and drop, whatever the fuck. I need that to be microscopic, so I know that I have plenty to play with. Can you believe last week's episode was about Monte Carlo? And I know almost nothing about Monte Carlo. I know Herbie went to Monte Carlo, and that car has a need for speed. Let me tell you what. Herbie the Love Bug loves him some speed, and he goes real fast. Sorry, I'm blanking on this. If you want to hear me talk about TV shows, you can of course pop over to the Patreon, where I talk about Twisted Metal. Yup, that's how desperate I am. God, I wish I could get out of here. FTL, faster than light, because I'm kind of bombing here, and it's kind of a bomber, man. By my count, I got 2 more, and then I can get the fuck out of here. Sony. Do you want to talk about the Sony email leak? Why did I think Mafia was the name of a video game? Even if it turns out to be, I'm not counting it towards the total. That's not a true win there. Okay, well, I'm not too technically savvy. I wish I could find if I could just write some code, to make it bring me Wikipedia articles that are long enough. I would do that. I don't know a lot about Tekken, but if someone with technical know-how can help me out with that, I would really appreciate it. All right. Well, this sucks butts. Canadian TV shows. Well, I guess at the end of the day, blame Canada. Hey, what was the South Park video game called? Was it just South Park? Are we really down to that? We really might be down to that. I always like to do a couple of extras just to make sure that I'm not coming up short. So, Pikmin. Sorry, folks. I am really down in a Stardew Valley on this one. Uh, God, I can't think of any video games. And I can't think of one that has a complete sentence for a title that would be a great way to wrap up an episode. But let me tell you what, I'm ready to wrap up this episode. I'm wondering what the fallout's going to be from this one. Folks, I tried. I really tried. As always, Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Okay, by my count, 28, and now I have to do the editing to see if I actually got them. Not my best work, folks. Not my best work. Yeah, no, wish I had more to play off of. A random TV show from Canada. Maybe not the way to go for this. But you know, nobody's fault but my own. Just remember, when this show is bad, it's my fault and nobody else's. So you know, don't blame yourself. Don't. It's me. This is who sucks. This is this.